Panicked and thought the recording button had disappeared, but it hasn't. Getting ready to rumble. And they come. Put the text into the group chat as well.
Hello, hello.
Oh, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Remind me your name, my love.
Come on now. I
Manya.
will name myself. 1 second.
Thank you very much. Hi, Nadia. How are you?
Hi, Pipa. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm very well, thank you.
We missed you and we missed your energy.
Ah, me too. I don't know how much I'll bring today. I mean, I always bring energy, let's be honest.
Yeah, you're always the sunshine.
Oh, bless you. I try to. I'm definitely still jet lagged. I got back from America last week and
Oh, really?
my sleep pattern is messed up, but it's fine. How have
Where
you
did you
been?
go?
We were in Las Vegas for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And we're not party animals. Like we weren't gambling and like drinking all the time or anything. It was just like it was technically our honeymoon.
Oh,
Um,
sweet.
so
Oh,
yeah, but we just went for a long time to eat lots of nice food and explore everywhere, and it was amazing. But
oh.
now I'm on America time. So yeah, I feel like I should be, I don't know, what, going out now? I'm not sure. How's everything with you guys been? You been good, Tonya? Nadia?
Yeah, good.
Anastasia? Hello, yeah. Been busy with work and whatnot?
I'm a bit mind blown by the intonations.
Ah, of
Yeah, I want to
course.
say the same. Trying to
Yes,
survive with intonation
exactly.
course.
It's tricky, guys. I'm not gonna lie. You'll get the hang of it the more you listen and work on it and understand it. But at the same time, what my session is going to be about, what I'm going to try and focus on, is more. And you'll see, I've got a fun little game. We're gonna game, exercise we'll do. Um, it's so dependable on context and who you're speaking to, I think. So anyway, we'll come to that. But first of all, how are you, Anastasia? How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, just I caught a cold a little bit, so
Bummer.
I'll try to participate as much as possible.
Do your best. That's absolutely fine, my love.
Thank
I
you.
was just saying I've got jet lag, so we've all got something ticking on, but we'll just enjoy ourselves as best we can and have a bit of fun. Hopefully, we'll get a few more people joining. Has the course been useful so far? Has there been any like things that you're not quite getting? I put in the group chat like, oh, if you got any questions, let me know. I don't think any of you guys did, or maybe Tonya did. Tonya did. This Tonya? Or a different Tonya. Great, Tonya. While we got time and we wait for some people to come on before we do a quick warm up. Yeah, I didn't actually understand your question, Tonya. So is it the help me to say hi? What's is it?
Help me. Yeah. So my colleague, she's living in UK, and she always use this phrase, "Help me to do something. Help me to say hi. Help me to understand. Help me." And for me, it sounds strange because why should I use help when I can only say hi?
Yeah,
So this was a question. If you are really using it, use this phrase, or it's her, I don't know, interpretation
oh
of
wait, yeah.
something.
Is it in an email format or is it usually on a Zoom?
No, usually in when she speaks.
Yeah, okay. So I mean, I might say, "Oh, help me say hello," like as in help introduce me to somebody. But I personally would just say, "Oh, can you introduce me?" Or if I did need help with a task, I might say, "Oh, can you help me with this thing?" Does she normally start the sentence with "help me"? Wow,
So
fascinating.
this is the question, and she used some strange words. She's so originally she's from Hong Kong, and then she moved to UK, so she's living there, I don't know, all her life. So I was thinking maybe it's, I don't know, something specific, or it's like more if you want to be more polite or more friendly, or I don't know. I cannot
I,
ask her, why do you use
yeah,
this? Please
yeah,
help me.
yeah. Well, maybe you can though. Maybe she, if she's, especially if she is from like Hong Kong, and you say she lives in the UK all the time, but like maybe there is like, so it's, you know, sometimes your family have a massive impact on these sorts of things, or the people that you work with closely, or friends you see every day. If it's something that someone in your close network uses on a daily basis, you're probably going to start picking it up. Just being in America for 2 weeks, I started picking up the American accent because I'm trying to like match who I'm with, right? It's something we do. We adapt to the environment we're in. And so, yeah, I mean, you know, depending how comfortable you feel with them, maybe like further down the road, be like, oh, I'm really interested because I'm learning about British, how to sound more British and how to use intonation and things. Is that, how did you learn to say that? Is that a phrase that you know, why not be curious, kindly curious, and ask? Who's just joined? Hello, you two. Oh, I forgot, I can't read your name. Damn me, I need to sort that out. Do change it. What's your name again, love?
Hello, Mariam.
Mariam, thank you. And Vera's arrived. Brilliant. I'm just answering Tonya's question from the group quickly while we're waiting for more people to arrive. So yeah, what I would say, Tonya, is if anything, I would say, can you help me with something? Or would you mind helping me with this? So yeah, can you help in the present? Or would you mind helping me with this now or in the future? I personally would probably, unless I'm being playful with my spouse or something, I might be like, help me, I'm trapped in the closet or something, you know. I might be a bit more playful if I was trapped in the closet. Don't know where that came from because there's a wardrobe right behind me. So yeah, that's what I would say. It might just be a thing that she does. So yeah, answer your question. Brilliant. Vera had a question as well, but I will come to that at the end just because I do want to get started on the group stuff, and we will be starting with a wee little warm-up. Hello, Vera. Welcome, my dear. Good to see you all. So because we're doing intonation, it makes more sense for us to do a little bit more of an intonation warm-up. So I am going to keep this quite short. I've put some nursery rhymes in my in my little warm-up folder that I've created. Let me quickly get the chat up. There we go. So first of all, we're going to do a little bit of a tongue loosen. So we are going to do some tongue circles. The reason I like to do a little bit of a loosen off and a tongue exercise to begin with is because your tongue is a meaty tool. We use it a lot and it can carry a lot of tension, which can impact our vocal folds and our larynx and make it rise, and therefore creating pitch variation can become very difficult. And obviously we can't be having that when we're working on intonation. So we're just very simply going to do some tongue circles. Let's just start with 5 in one direction. We've all done this, right? Everyone, I think I know everyone. I've worked with you before. Anastasia, I've seen you before. Have I not? Thought so.
No, I missed all your classes.
Well, welcome. What? How rude. Never mind. I'm kidding. Well, welcome, my love. I always start with a warm up because it's very, very important to get us getting a bit more creative. And in my sessions, I do like to keep them quite creative and trust your instincts more and encourage you to play. Okay. So we're very simply just going to do 5 tongue circles in one direction like this, behind our lips, and then we'll do 5 in the other direction and count down all the way to 1. Okay, so reducing the number. So those of you who've done it before, yeah, you're all doing it great. There's a bug on my screen. Go away. Oh, keep going. Don't be distracted by the bug like I am. There we go. There we go. Let the mouth open a little bit if it needs to and wants to. You don't have to keep your lips tight or anything. The only thing that should really be working is that beautiful tongue of yours, okay? So remember to breathe. Try not to hold your breath. Make sure you shake out that posture a little bit as well. We don't want to be getting hunched over or tight anywhere. This is a really good mindful exercise just to check in with yourself and push yourself a little bit muscularly in the morning. Good. Keep going. It's not a race, but I'm just doing mine a bit quicker now because I need to catch up with you all. Might feel a bit of an ache somewhere. That's fine. Try and work through it. Just take some breaths. You got this. All the way to 1. And once you get to 1, just do 6 single repeats for me, okay? 1. Well done. And you finish when you finished for me. Good. Don't cut corners. You're only cheating yourself. That's what I say. Brilliant. Well done. Have a little neck stretch, just like our lovely Nadia is doing. Just have a little check-in, loosen all of this off. Again, the more tension we carry here, the tighter our voices are, the harder it is to be free and change that pitch and enjoy playing with that pitch. Good. Lovely. Let's stick those tongues right out now, like a crazy person. Yeah. And breathe for a little bit. Just leave it there. Let it kind of hang, but you need to force it out a little bit, but let it hang. Uh-huh. Come on, be brave. Let's all be weird together. Uh-huh. Like you're trying to touch your nose. Some of you might be able to do that. I can't do that. Oh no, I thought I was closer than I am. Good. And at the bottom again. And let that nice out breath happen. I've just realised me and Tonya are matching today. Fashionistas. Very good, very good. And now we're going to do the tongue out again, but this time I want you to use a bit of pitch variation and make an ah sound, a little bit like what we do with tongue hook, yeah? But I want you to do it without the action this time. Anastasia won't know what I'm talking about, but we're just going to stick our tongue out and follow my lead, okay? Just simply on an ah sound, like an ah. Ah. Make a bit of sound if you can. I know there's people around. Ah. Good. And then release that tongue again. Very good. Get your thumbs for me. Give yourself a little gentle massage under here. Good. Maybe give those cheeks a wiggle as well, just to loosen it off a bit. Excellent. Boom. Well done. Next exercise, sirening. So if you haven't done this before, just to reiterate, you are very simply making an NG sound. So that like at the end of driving or ring or ping, that NG sound is what we're after. It should be a very small sound. And all I want you to do is play around with the pitch a little bit and vary it. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm just going to demonstrate. Sing. Can you all hear that? Yes, excellent. Oh, Zoom's just asked me if I'm playing music. No, I'm not. I'm just sirening. Lovely. So have a little go on your own. It should be a quiet sound, very small. The back of your tongue should be lifted a little bit. And this is a really safe setup for you to make a voice sound. Okay, so just really want to play around with the pitch. See if you can send it lower, send it higher, and just see if you can intonate in various ways for me. Okay, this is a really good warm-up for your vocal folds. Sing. When you run out of air, just simply take a nice relaxed breath, shake it off, try again. Lips should be partly open. We're not forcing anything too big. Good focus, guys. Stick with it. I know it's a little bit of that mundane exercise stuff, but it's really, really important. Sing. If you feel like there's a bit of a croak or a creak as well, just see if you can iron through that a little bit. Try and hover and bounce around that a little bit. Again, no pressure, no forcing, just gently creating the sound. Try one more time. Sing. And finish. Delightful. Well done. Has anyone got questions on sirening? Nope. Fabulous. Good. Right. Next thing, I've put it in the group chat, not in the group chat, the meeting chat. Ha, hey, he, hey, ha. Haw, who, haw, ha. Ha. This is like a figure of 8, right? I want you to imagine, it's going to be a bit hard to explain it without actually showing you on a bit of paper, but I'll do it without anyway. This is a simple exercise to practice, getting our voices woken up a little bit on different vowel sounds, but also to practice pitch variation if we want to include that as well. And also help us change our lip shape and jaw shape a little bit. Tonya's got a little baby there. Hello, baby. Welcome to my workshop. Aren't you lucky? Baby's like, God, tell that woman to shut up. So very simply, what we're doing is, I don't know if you can watch what I do first of all as I go through each of these variations. Ha, hey, he, hey, ha, haw, who, haw, ha. Ta-da! So can you see how my lips are kind of going wide, then back to a neutral ha, and then we're going forward into a lip rounding. Okay, so this is a really useful, fun thing to do. And before we change the pitch variation, I just want you to practice doing that with me. I'm going to do a little circle thing with my hands as I do it, but that's just for my brain, but it might help you as well. But just follow after my lead. We're not trying to do anything amazing volume wise. Keep it gentle. We're just going to very simply start with a ha. Follow my lead. We'll do a call and response. So good. One more time. Ha. Hey. He. Hey. Ha. Haw. Who. Haw. Ha. Good. And now what I was actually doing as well was I was coming back to neutral between the first few, and then I stopped because I think some of you were copying me. For now, let's just do what most of you are instinctively doing, which is keep the shape that you're making on each one. Okay, so ha, hey there, hey, stay there, and just practice feeling the difference between each shape and sound. Yeah, does this make sense? Yeah, feeling good. Excellent. We'll try one more time. Also, as we're doing it, I am kind of going, ha. We're kind of doing like little rainbows within it. Okay. So just follow my lead. Ha. Hey. It's a joyful sound. Maybe even smile a little bit. He. Hey. Ha. Haw. Who. Haw. Ha. Very good, guys. Well done, well done, well done. So that's something that you can take away and play with as well in your own time, just a little bit of a warm up. And you can change the pitch variation as you go. We won't do that today because I do want to press it on. But for example, I might want to go ha, hey, he, hey, ha, ho, hoo, ho, ha. We can play around with it, okay? And again, what I'm kind of teaching you to do is a bit of this business. I want you to think about what shape and sounds you're making plus the intonation, which is what you've all been doing anyway, but nonetheless it's a bit of fun and a useful tool. Right, we're going to sing my favorite nursery rhyme, Humpty Dumpty. Does everybody know this nursery rhyme? Perfect. Tanya's got a little baby, so we're going to serenade the bubba. Does everyone know this one? Yeah, maybe. I believe it is an English nursery rhyme. It's certainly something I sang a lot growing up. The reason we're going to do a few nursery rhymes, even though I say it's my favorite, I kind of hate them. It's kind of useful for intonation practice and rhythm practice, okay? And this one I think is a particularly good one to help you master British intonation. So I'll just sing the first line, don't worry about singing, just see if you can bob along with the rhythm and intonation as best you can. All we're doing is changing pitch, okay? I'll sing the first line, then you can sing it in your own space and just see if you can start to be really aware of that intonation, okay, guys? Everyone ready? Woo! Nursery rhymes a go-go. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Your go. Good. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men. Good. Couldn't put Humpty together again. Excellent. I can see some of you are doing it physically. I was doing it quite obviously. The little metronome in there is a beat, right? Dum, dee, dum, dee, da, 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 dum. Dum, dee, dum, dee, da, 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 dum. All the kings dum, dum, and all the kings dum. Couldn't put Humpty together, dum. Okay, so we'll do it one more time. We all know it now, kind of. So we'll just do it all together. And let's see if we can really ride and bounce along on that rhythm and just enjoy it and have some fun with it. Okay, ready? Maybe not after 3. Just join me on my metronome. 5, 6, 7, 8. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Poor Humpty. He's this weird little egg man and he's smashed all over the floor. Sad times for Humpty. Everyone kind of hear and feel that rhythm, yeah? This is just a useful tool for me to check who can kind of get the vibe and rhythm and everything, because I haven't worked on intonation properly with any of you yet. So well done. That's the warm-up over. Let's crack on. And I'm going to explain. Well, there's a few other nursery rhymes, actually. I will put them in the group chat now that I think are also useful. There's Ring a Ring a Roses, a pocket full of posies. Does anyone know this nursery rhyme? Quite morbid, in my opinion. There's also London's Burning. So they're very depressing. One's about the plague, when that was kicking about. It goes, ring a roses, a pocket full of posies, a tissue, we all fall down dead, basically. It's awful. So, sorry to lower the tone on Sunday, bringing up the plague, but again, it's a useful tool in helping understand, I think, just some of the intonation that we have. Da, 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 da. It can be a little bit monotonous, and sometimes we Brits can sound monotonous. And then we also have London's burning, which again, London's burning, dun 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 dun. That's kind of the rhythm. Again, I'll send some links to some videos for this, which will be useful for Tonya when she's settling her baby and needs some nursery rhymes to play in the background. Just so you can pick it up. I think they're useful, historic, you know, that they're nursery rhymes based on historic events in Britain that I think actually have shaped how we sound. So that's why those 3 poems in particular, I'd like you to just keep practicing. And if you get stuck with intonation, just sing them to yourself like a crazy person at work. Why not? Why not? Fabulous. On to today's session. Right. First of all, we're going to start with a few little phrases. So these are short phrases that I want us to look at. And I've very simply kind of given us 2 scenarios. As I mentioned at the start of the call, before some of you came on, I actually do think it's really important to remember that who you're talking to and the environment that you're in, the situation you're in, and the attitude you have is going to massively impact your intonation. My intonation on these calls is very different to how I would speak to Lilo on her own, very different to how I'd speak to you individually over coffee, very different to how I'd speak to you if I was drunk on a Friday night with you at a pub in London. Okay, so I want us to kind of start really tapping into the creativity of how would I say this if I'm actually feeling the attitude of X, Y, Z. And so I have actually labeled up some little scenarios and things that we're going to be looking at, mixing and matching as we go through. I'm really excited. I spent lots of time cutting these out and figuring out what to do yesterday. So first of all, we're just going to start with 3 simple phrases. We've got stop it, no way, and pick up the phone. Okay. And as you can see, I've kind of put a little scenario or way to say it genuinely, not genuinely, but a way to say it next to it. So stop it. I've put genuine and like you're talking to a dog. I think it's easier to start with the more creative one. So let's do that. I'd like you to just say it as if you're talking to a dog that's being naughty. Okay. How might you say stop it? Good. I'm going to go through individually because we're quite a small group today. Miriam, can you unmute and show me how you might say stop it to a dog?
Stop it.
Excellent. Well done. We're just going to go quick fire around. Vera, your turn.
Stop it.
Good. Stop it. Stop it. Excellent. Anastasia.
Stop it.
Stop it. Good. A little bit of a higher pitch variation there. Very different to Vera. Excellent. Thank you, Anastasia. Nadia.
Stop it.
Excellent. Stop it. 1 pitch. Very direct. Quite aggressive with the consonants. Lovely. All valid, ladies. All valid. Tonya, if you're able.
Stop it.
Stop it. Excellent. That's how my mum would say it to me. Not that I'm a naughty dog, but like a naughty child. Stop it. Excellent. Well done, guys. So you see, we have 5 different variations there. They're all kind of valid. There's no right or wrong, but that was a little bit more maybe animated, should I say. If you're talking to a dog, you might need to be a little bit more colorful with your delivery. If you were just saying it genuinely, maybe to someone who's tapping their foot on the floor and kind of doing your head in at work, but you need to remain quite neutral, and maybe you want to add a please in there, because I probably would you please stop that? How else might you say stop it? Let's restrict it to stop it. Actually, I don't want you to say please, and I want to see how you might say it genuinely to an actual human being in a kind of like polite context. Let's try again. Miriam. Don't be afraid. She's turned her camera off instead. Vera, you go next.
Stop it.
Oh, who was that? Was that you, Vera?
Yeah.
Yeah. Try again.
Stop it.
Excellent. Stop it. Behind gritted teeth. Excellent. Valid. Perfect. Well done, Vera. Anastasia, your go.
Stop it.
One more time.
Stop it.
Stop it. Excellent. Lovely. Very much less of a jump than you had when you did the dog one, right? Stop it. Stop it. Brilliant. Nadia, your turn.
Oh, stop it.
Very playful. Oh, stop it. Similar to like what we're doing in the ha, hey exercise. Ha, stop it. They're two one-syllable words, but you're adding extra intonation in each of those words. Well done. Lovely. Lovely creativity. Tonya, please.
Stop it.
Stop it. Excellent. One more time. Oh, she's unmuted. Never mind. Oh, she's muted again. Unmuted. One more time.
Stop it.
Well done. Well done, guys. So again, I'm just trying to get you to reiterate and understand how different contexts might impact how you say it. Let's move on to no way. Let's do no way sarcastically first of all. Just quick fire going through. Miriam, are you able to talk? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. No way. Sarcastically.
Sarcastically. No way.
Good. Well done. And again.
Shall I repeat?
Yes, please.
No way.
Well done. Good. Vera.
No way.
Well done. Well done. Anastasia.
No way.
Very good. Lovely. Nadia.
No way.
Tonya. Well done, Nadia.
No way.
Good. Well done. See? All valid. No way. So I'm just trying to help breathe life into you guys as well. Like you're all very individual people. You're all going to act very differently and say things differently. Some of us don't really use sarcasm. I personally think it is the lowest form of wit, but a lot of people do use it, especially young people in Britain. Okay. Can be useful to kind of know how sarcasm works and use it sometimes for dramatic effect. So well done, everybody. No way. Let's try it now. Like we're actually really considerately concerned about our friend. Like, I can't believe that happened to you. No way. Try that. Let's put it in that context. See how that works. Give it another go, Miriam.
No way.
Good. Well done. Vera.
No way.
Again.
No way.
Well done. Anastasia.
No way.
Good. Well done. Again, much less animated than before. Nadia.
No way.
Good. Well done. Tonya.
No way.
Excellent. Well done, guys. Lovely. Next one, pick up the phone. Let's try genuinely this time. Like we're urgently needing someone to pick up the phone. Okay. I'm really trying to be quite colorful and giving you like a context. And this is all acting exercises, really. This is all role play that I'm kind of giving you. So again, I'm trying to help you tie in actual circumstances and mood and feeling into the intonation. All right. You're all doing a really, really great job. So let's try genuinely, first of all. Like you desperately need someone to pick up the phone. Again, think of everything intonation wise that might incur in that situation. Let's try another way this time. Tonya, you first, please.
Pick up the phone.
Ooh, very good. Lovely. Nadia.
Well, pick up the phone.
Very good. Lovely. Anastasia.
Pick up the phone.
Excellent. Vera.
Pick up the phone.
Good. Nice one. Miriam.
Pick up the phone.
Excellent. Phone. Excellent. Desperation and stress on phone, because that's what you want them to pick up after all. Well done. And now let's try it. Well, that was genuine. Now let's try it really. Let's just try it annoyed, actually. Oh, like this person never picks up the phone. It's not urgent, but you just need them to pick up something for you at the shop and they're not picking up the phone as usual. How might that impact the intonation? Okay, have a little think and then give it a go. Tonya, again, please.
Pick up the phone.
Good. Well done. Nadia.
Pick up the phone.
Excellent. Pick up the phone. You're not telling them to pick down the phone, are you? So well done. Good stress on up. Anastasia.
Pick up the phone.
Excellent. Lovely. Phone. Really gave me that fricative. Vera.
Pick up the phone.
Good. Try something else for me, Vera. What else have you got for me? Really annoyed. You hate this person. You could punch them in the head if they were right there.
Pick up the phone.
Good, well done. I can't imagine Vera ever punching anyone in the head, by the way. I just wanted to throw that out for fun. Miriam, well done, Vera. Your turn, Miriam.
Pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone. So, guys, well done. Like, all of these are valid, and some might have been swaying a little bit more into one direction than the other, and that's all gravy. Like, everything that you're trying is valid at this point in time. I'm just trying to help, like I say, breathe a little belief into you to just trust your instincts and run with your first idea on it. This session will be a little bit more quick fire, I would say. And because it is a smaller group of us, I will probably just go around individually on some things. I am going to start with some questions now. That was just a bit of a, I don't want to say warm up again, but that was a bit of a warm up exercise that we just did. Okay, guys. It's going to get a little bit more funky now because I've got my little cards that I've created for us to play around with. Before we get into the questions, first of all, just to explain how this session will go then, what I've done is I've made a list of questions and then a list of statements, which we'll come to afterwards. Questions are a bit of their own thing in a British accent, I would say. Everyone has a different way of asking for things. As we've established at the start of the call, Tonya has someone at work who says something a particular way, and it might be a bit unusual, but nonetheless, that's how that person says it, okay? With questions, some people tend to go up at the end of the sentence, which is the common kind of thought with some questions, and some people tend to go down. Depends on how you're asking the question, who you're asking the question to, and again, the context that we might be in. So with the questions, I've got 3 different kind of ways we might ask the questions. We've got newsreader. Okay, stick with me here. This is making sense in my head. I hope this makes sense in yours as well. Have you ever watched the news? Have you ever watched the British news at all? Anyone? I'm sure you might have done. The BBC, heightened BBC, welcome to the BBC 10 o'clock news. There's kind of like a neutral tone that they have to have, right? Because you're a professional, you're reporting the news. You can't possibly show any emotion because your job is to deliver information, okay? And I'd like to call our neutral intonation the newsreader, just to give us a bit more of an anchor reference point in our mind's eye, okay? Does that make sense? So whenever I hold this card up, I want whoever's talking to give me the best newsreader, all right? Why not, for fun? Next 2 that I've got, these are my other general ones. We've got sarcastic and annoyed, okay? So what have I put here? Like a stroppy teenager. So if I hold this card up when you're doing your question, I want you to ask the question in a stroppy teenager, annoyed, frustrated kind of attitude, okay? Does this make sense? Excellent. Other option, sarcasm. I did say sarcasm is the lowest form of wit. However, when we're being sarcastic, as a general note, and this is useful, even though we've just tried a bit of sarcasm, you might want to go a little bit more up and down and be like, oh, wow, really? Is that what's going on? And even verge on putting on a different voice entirely, okay? So the reason I wanted to put sarcasm in there is because there's nothing more opposite than from a newsreader than sarcasm, in my opinion. You will never find someone on the news, the straight-faced terrestrial TV news anyway, being sarcastic. Rarely ever. Or in the morning, you know, like the morning shows that we have, like, well, you might not know Richard and Judy, but like Good Morning Britain and all of those shows, you'll rarely find them being sarcastic, okay? But you will find them talking like this. So we've got some questions. First of all, let's have a little shake, a little debrief, a little breather, have a little wiggle. Take a nice deep breath, guys. I know this sort of thing is a little bit weird and can be quite stressful for most of us, but it's a bit of fun. I just want you to have some fun in this session and enjoy playing around with it. We're not trying to lock in any one kind of intonation at this point. We are merely understanding how many variations of intonation we might have. I might tweak you a little bit, but it's just to see if you've got it in you and can do what I'm asking of you, okay? So don't think, oh, I'm doing it wrong if Pippa tells me to go up and down at a certain point. It's fine. I'm just trying to see if you can hear it and change it as we go, okay? Because you've got 3 sessions with me on intonation. I want to make sure you're improving as we go. So we're going to go through the questions first of all. all as a newsreader, all right? I want you to do it with your microphones off, first of all. We're just going to go through them quick fire like we usually do in a session. And just see if you can emulate what I'm doing, first of all, actually. But I'm going to try and keep it quite neutral. Does this make sense? Yeah? Everyone on the same page or piece of card? Excellent. Can I get you a drink? Good. I'll slow it down a little bit as well, because I know sometimes it's not always easy to speed off ahead, and I do have a habit of speaking quite fast. We'll do that one again. Can I get you a drink? Good. And just to kind of spell out the musicality of that, can I get you a drink? Da 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 dum. Okay, good. On to the next one. I'm just going to pop to the shops. Do you want anything? Good. And don't rush it. I've put a comma there for a reason. I'm just going to pop to the shops, state the fact. Do you want anything? Good. And you might have noticed I actually went up that last time I said it. Do you want anything? Anything? As opposed to, do you want anything? Do both sound okay to you in your lovely ears, your beautiful ears, ladies? Of course they do. They're both slightly different, but both very much British. Okay, good. Both very much neutral. On to the next one. Where's your restroom? Where's your restroom? Good. Again, I gave you two variations there. Moving on. Can I get a double espresso, please? Can I get a double espresso, please? Good, good, good. Quick swig of coffee, one sec. Refreshing. Moving on. How's your day been? How's your day been? One was slightly more enthusiastic than the other, I might say. Again, so as we're going through this and I'm giving you different variations and you're calling and responding, just have a think, which one sounds more like you in normal life? Which one makes more sense to you, feels more like you as you say it? Okay, see if you can pick up. It's very subtle. Could you hear the slight intonation change that I did then? Yeah, fascinating, isn't it? How's your day been? Your day been? Oh, I'm excited to hear about it, Sandra. What happened on your date? Right, okay, excellent. Moving along. Can we have a chat? Can we have a chat? So even though both still, again, slightly different, still in, I'd say, the neutral remit, okay? Good, keep going. Did you get my message? Did you get my message? Excellent. Those ones in particular, can we have a chat? Did you get my message? Da 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 dum. Can I get you a drink? Very much da 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 dum, I think, in terms of rhythm. Moving on. Can I get a single to Hockley? Hockley's a lovely town in Essex, by the way, not far from where I lived. I used to go to ballet classes in Hockley. There's lovely woods there as well. Can I get a single to Hockley? Beautiful. Well done, guys. Where do you think you are? Where do you think you are? Well done, guys. Nearly there. Oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure? Oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure? Have you ever been to Manchester? Manchester, by the way. Lovely city in the north of England. I'm off there this week. It's delightful. Highly recommend going. Very creative, lovely theatre. Splendid. One more time. Have you ever been to Manchester? Like it's small talk. Really? Is that so? That one really made me laugh. I don't know why. Really? Is that so? Well done, guys. Questions. Does anyone, first of all, have any questions about any of these questions before we kind of go around individually and pick a couple to work on? Any thoughts, any feelings, anything you noticed or observed about how we did it sometime or whatnot? I saw Vera was kind of giggling along a little bit at points. Any feedback, any thoughts or feelings about any of those questions, or any questions about the intonation that we explored? Speak now or forever hold your, well, you won't, you'll be speaking on Zoom in a moment. Excellent. So I want you to pick a couple of those. We're going to go around and I'm going to give you, in fact, okay, scrap that, new idea. We're going to do all of them individually. And as you go around, I'm going to give you different things to play around with, okay? We're going to stick mostly with the newsreader neutral, but I am occasionally going to whip out sarcasm and being annoyed, okay? So I want you to really boldly commit. We'll do the first one together and I'll give you some examples of how I might, as a native Briton, be annoyed as I say these questions and also be super sarcastic as I say these questions, okay? I'm holding out sarcasm. Let's do the first one all together. Can I get you a drink? It's kind of mean. That was very mean, that one. Oh, can I get you a drink? Good. See how physicality has something to play as well. We always play around with physicality in my sessions, don't we? Don't be afraid to chuck that in there. Oh, can I get you a drink? Let's try a hand puppet, shall we, on sarcasm? In fact, if you get stuck with sarcasm, whip out a hand puppet. It will probably help a little bit, okay? Muppet it up a little bit. Let's move on to the next one. Another little practice of sarcasm. I'm just going to pop to the shops. Do you want anything? Good. Move on to the next one. Where's your restroom? We'll do that one more time for fun. Where's your restroom? Excellent. Let's carry on. Let's be annoyed now. Next one. Can I get a double espresso, please? It's me every morning. Turn it up 10%. I want you to turn it up like 50% more, guys. Even more annoyed, like a stroppy teenager. Oh, can I get a double espresso, please? Oh, Anastasia's got a bubba as well. They're all going to be sounding like Brits in no time. Moving on, a bit more annoyed. On, what's the next one? How's your day been? Yeah, oh, excellent. We've got a snarl off Anastasia there a little bit as well. How's your day been then? I'd actually go as far to say that sometimes I'm doing sarcasm and annoyed a little bit similar, but hey, that's fine. That might be the case for some of us. My sarcasm maybe comes across as annoyed. Sarcastic. Let's try and think of this being a bit more lighter, and annoyed is a little bit more angry and negative. Yeah. So positive, fun, playful sarcasm, as opposed to what I was kind of tending to give you, which was, you can tell I don't really use sarcasm all that much. I'm just getting more annoyed as I do it. So let's have a little go. We're going to go around individually. Is everyone happy to do this? And as I hold up a card, I want you to shift and do that one and play around with it. Okay. Whoop, whoop. And it's going to get way more fun later on. I can't wait. Excellent. So who wants to go first? Go on, be brave. Be brave, be bold. Tonya, atta girl. Let me pin you first of all. Okay.
I'm ready.
Let's start with the newsreader.
Which one? Any?
So I want you to just go down the list.
Okay.
Slowly. So do one, give yourself a breather. So I've got time to change my card if I need to.
Can I get you a drink?
Lovely.
Can I get you a drink?
Well done. Next one.
Okay. I'm going to pop to the shop. Do you want anything?
Good. Try and get it in the first half of the sentence more for me.
I'm just going to pop to the shops. Do you want anything?
Good. You're really hitting anything, but can I have more on I'm just going to pop to the shop? Let's really hit it big in that first half of the sentence as well. Really play around with it more.
I'm just going to pop to the shop. Do you want anything?
Excellent. Did you notice how our consonants worked harder as well? Then I'm just going to pop to the shops. Want anything? Very good. Well done. Back to newsreader. Next one, please. Neutral.
Where is the restroom? Where is your restroom?
Yeah. Next one.
Can I get a double espresso, please?
Oh, very good. And then that one again, annoyed.
Can I get a double espresso, please?
Lovely use of please. Next one, annoyed. How's your day been?
How's your day been?
And again, as a neutral.
How's your day been?
Can we all hear that, guys? Magical. Well done. Next one, neutral. Can we have a chat?
Can we have a chat?
Good. Make sure it's chat, not chart. Chat.
Can we have a chat?
Better. Well done. I'm also, guys, I'm not going to pick you up too much on the pronunciation. I'm just focusing on intonation. Otherwise, I'll be here all day. And I want to tell you everything, but I might give you the odd bit of pronunciation as well. Well done. What about, did you get my message, Tonya?
Did you get my message?
Good. Do that one again, annoyed.
Did you get my message?
Excellent. You're really using the consonants, which is great. Just goes to show, guys, it's not just the intonation that's going to have an impact on the rest of the word. Your attitude will impact how you use the consonants, and that will also impact how you intonate what you're saying, okay? Brilliant work, Tonya. Amazing. Let's go to, can I get a single to Hockley?
It's for me?
Yes,
Sorry.
please. Still you, darling.
which
Well
one?
done. Can I get a single to Hockley?
Can I get a single to Hockley?
Lovely. Next one. Where do you think you are? Neutral.
Where do you think you are?
Beautiful. Lovely. Let's go back to sarcasm. Oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure?
Where do you think you are?
Good. Next one. Oh my God, really?
Oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure?
Good. That sounded quite genuine to me. Try sarcasm
Yeah?
a little bit
Okay.
more, yeah?
Oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure?
Yeah, good. Well done. Let's do, have you ever been to Manchester? Annoyed.
Have you ever been to Manchester?
Well done. And really, is that so? Annoyed. She's doing good. Tonya, round of applause. Round of applause. I threw you in the deep end. Ladies, I have such admiration for those of you doing this sort of shizzle with little babies around. It's insane. Well bloody done. Fabulous work, Tonya. Who wants to go next? Miriam, come along, my dear. Fabulous. Have you got any questions before we begin?
I get no
Have you got any questions?
questions.
No
No
questions.
questions. No.
Excellent, splendid. I like having these cards. I feel like a newsreader doing my papers at the end of the show. Ron Burgundy, maybe. Roughly jubbly. Let's go. Can I get you a drink as a newsreader, please?
Can I get you a drink?
Excellent. Well done. Next one, as a newsreader. Neutral.
I'm just going to pop to the shops. Do you want anything?
Excellent. Well done. Where's your restroom?
Where's it? So sarcastic is a little bit difficult for me.
It is. Try it anyway. Go for it.
Where's your restroom?
Excellent. Do you know what? Miriam did something perfect there that I kind of forget with sarcasm sometimes, again, because I don't use it very often. Sometimes you'll kind of go into a bit of a kind of, again, I always talk about major and minor scales. If you're musical, I don't know if that means a lot to any of you, but this kind of like sharp, flat kind of tone and pitch to the sentence that you're saying. Where's your restroom? Kind of that negative kind of whiny sound rather than which is a bit more of a positive kind of sound. So anyway, you did that really, really well. Where's your restroom? Can we get a double espresso annoyed?
Can I get a double espresso, please?
Please. Good. Do it sarcastically now.
Sarcastic.
Same one.
Can I get a double espresso, please?
Excellent. Good, good, good. So again, similar to your annoyed, but you drag things
Yeah,
out a little bit more, okay? Go on, what are you going to say?
Yeah.
Were you going to say something?
No.
No? Okay. You're agreeing. Really, really good. Well done. Well done. And this is it. I'm just trying to get you to be a bit more creative with how you're using the words. Well done. Let's do how's your day been, annoyed?
How's your day? Oh, how's your day been?
Good. And do the same one as a newsreader, more neutral.
How's your day been?
Excellent. Really, really good. I like that you're taking some time to really think about it, Miriam. This thinking time will become quicker the more and more you practice it. So keep taking your time with it, okay? General rule for all of you, take your time and think about it if you need to. Try not to rush in it too much. We want to get to that point where it's instinctive and it happens immediately. But I'd rather you take your time in these sessions so I can see where you're not struggling, but where, you know, you need that thinking time more so. Really, really good, Miriam. Fabulous. Can we have a chat sarcastically?
Can we have a chat?
Excellent. Well done. And can we do, did you get my message sarcastically?
Did you get my message?
Excellent. Well done. Another little tip for sarcasm. Often it's like you're mimicking someone. Like if someone said something, you might kind of like repeat them. That's how I kind of picture it. Like I'm like taking the mickey out of someone. Like, oh, they said, Mum said to go to the shops. Well, I didn't want to go to the shops, Mum. Like, you know, again, that kind of sounds like an annoyed, distraught teenager. But I think for me, I think of mimicking as well, which sometimes helps. Good. Can I get a single to Hockley? Annoyed. You're in a rush.
Can I get a single Hockley? Can I get a single? Can I get the? Oh, can I get a single to Hockley? Can I get a single to Hockley?
Excellent. Really well done. Lovely. And now let's go to where do you think you are? Neutral.
Where do you think you are?
Oh, that was very BBC drama documentary. Where do you think you are? Lovely. Oh my God, really? Sarcasm. Are you absolutely sure?
Oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure?
Beautiful. Well done. You're growing in confidence. I love it. Have you ever been to Manchester?
Have you ever been to Manchester?
Good. Well done.
A little bit sarcastic, I guess.
No, it was good. It was still good. Good variation for now. Well done. Next one. Really, is that so? Newsreader talking to Trump when you really don't care about what they're saying.
Really? Is that so?
Good, well done. That's so. Excellent intonation there. That sounded so British. Is that so? Could you all hear that? Like there was a nice little coming down the stairs. I'm sure people have talked about coming down and like going up in intonation already thus far. You did that really, really nicely. Is that so? Nice little fall down in pitch and intonation. Lovely. Any questions, Miriam?
No questions. Thank you.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
We're going to keep going. You did really, really well then, Miriam. Again, this exercise is more about just having fun and just really going for it. Nadia, are you ready to rock and roll for me? I'm going to keep them a little bit more fast paced now. You're going to get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. I want you to really like, why did I start rapping Eminem? I don't know. Oh, God, I'm losing my mind. What's going on? I'm going to give you one shot to do it. As we go through, we're going to do more rapid response to crack on a little bit. Nadia, you got this. Good luck. First one.
Which one? Any?
Yeah, can I get you a drink? I just want you to work your way down the list.
One by one.
Yeah.
Oh, can I get you a drink?
Good stuff. Next one.
Can I get you a drink?
Well done. Moving on to the next sentence, please. I'm just going to pop to the shops.
I'm just going to pop to the shops. Do you want anything?
Very good. Very, very extra neutral. Enjoyed that. Can you do the same one again? Annoyed.
Oh, I'm just going to pop to the drink. Do you want anything?
Check out the physicality and facial expression. I loved it. Well done. On to the next one, please. This is hard.
Next sentence or next.
Please. Next sentence. Where's your restroom?
Oh, where's your restroom?
Well done. Can I get a double espresso, please?
Can I get a double espresso, please?
Excellent. Do that one more time for me.
Can I get a double espresso, please?
Good. Do you know what? I'm going to pick you up on this. With your glottal stop that you're doing really, really well, get a double espresso. You're doing it really well on get. You're doing a glottal stop, yeah? Am I right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Can you, even though it's a glottal, can you try and smooth it out a little bit more? So it's kind of get a double espresso. Get a, rather than get a. Can
I get a double espresso, please?
Yeah, better. Smooth it out a little bit.
Mm.
Glottals are hard, but the more smooth we can make them sometimes, the more British you're going to sound. Like
Okay. That's a very good tip.
Say that again.
That's a very good tip. Thank you.
Yeah, smooth it out, because that was like the only thing that I heard incorrectly with that. Good. How's your day been? Like a newsreader.
How's your day been?
Excellent. Can we have a chat?
Can we have a chat?
More annoyed.
Can we have a chat?
Good. Really run with your physicality and everything, Nadia, because I think it's really, really helping you. That was lovely. Did you get my message?
Oh, did you get my message?
Excellent. Well done. Single to Hockley?
Just was it? Can I get a single to Hockney, please?
Oh, she even added a please. What a polite newsreader. Well done. Lovely. Where do you think you are?
Well, what do you think you are?
Excellent. Well done. I'm also trying to trick Nadia into copying me, and she's not, which is excellent. So well done, Nadia. You're doing a great, great, great job. Oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure? Sarcastic, please.
Oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure?
Good. Absolutely, not absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely sure.
Well done. Delightful. Have you ever been to Manchester? What have we got? Annoyed. You're annoyed at this person for not going to Manchester.
Oh, have you ever been to Manchester?
Good. Well done. Finally, let's do sarcastic. Really, is that so?
Oh, really? Is that so?
Excellent. She even added in an oh, really? Yeah, good. Really good, Nadia. I can tell that you've been working hard. As have all of you. Any questions, Nadia?
No, not really.
No, not really. That'd be sarcastic. Well done, delightful. So you see how much fun we can have with it, and it's so dependent, I think, on what kind of the attitude is behind it. So do always think, guys, as we go on, like, what's my attitude? What am I saying? Who am I speaking to? We'll go into this in a bit more depth when we get to the statements. In fact, let me just put the statements in the group chat as well, just so you can start to see those as well. So I'm putting those there, but do try and listen to each other still on the questions as we go through. Anastasia, my dear, it is your time to shine. I've just put the questions back in. Oh no, I haven't.
No, it's good. I've just rolled it up.
You can just roll it up and it will stay there.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I copy out of Zoom, it doesn't copy it and then it pastes the old thing. Whatever, you don't need to know this information. Anastasia, how are you feeling?
Perfect.
Oh, what an excellent response. I wish I was feeling like you. Excellent. Are you ready on the questions? First up, newsreader, can I get you a drink?
Can I get you a drink?
Lovely. Can I get you a drink? Excellent. Downward inflection. Let's do this one again. I'm just going to pop to the shop sentence, please.
Can I get you a drink?
On the I'm going to pop to the shop sentence, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just going to pop to the shops. Do you want anything?
Excellent. I can see that you're really working to make that right. Can you do this one for me now on the same one? I'm just going to pop to the shops.
I'm just going to pop to the shops. Do you want anything?
Excellent. Lovely. Where's your restroom?
Where is your restroom?
Good. Well done. Restroom. Can I ask for more room on room?
Where's your restroom?
Yeah. Okay, good. Well done. Lovely. And now can I have it more annoyed again? Like, you've had the worst restaurant experience of your life and the waiter has been an absolute dickhead. So now you need to know where the bathroom is. Give it another go.
Where is your restroom?
Okay, good. Well done. Lovely. Can I get a double espresso, please?
Can I get a double espresso, please?
Excellent. Please. Excellent. In fact, that's a really good point, Anastasia. Well done. Note for everybody. I don't know if you all just heard how Anastasia said please. That word again in particular, we don't, it's polite to use it. We teach kids to use please and thank yous, don't we? But if we use it as an adult, and it's a really good word that you can play with, to play around with sarcasm, being extra polite because you're annoyed at someone, and thank you as well, like those sorts of words. I don't really know what they're called, but like you can use those as ammunition to highlight your attitude clearer. Does that make sense? Just like Anastasia demonstrated beautifully, perfectly, even, because she's perfect. Tell me, how's your day been as a newsreader, please?
Where is it? Yeah, I found it. Sorry.
Not at all.
How's your day been?
Excellent. Well done. Can we have a chat?
Can we have a chat?
Good. Can you do the same one again, but annoyed?
Can we have a chat?
Excellent. Okay. Did you get my message? Annoyed.
Did you get my message?
Good. Well done. Can I get a single to Hockley?
Can I get a single to Hockley?
Well done. Where do you think you are?
Where do you think you are?
Excellent. You are. Good. Good playing around with the, again, intonation on these single syllable words. Again, guys, with intonation on, do you know what I mean when I say monosyllabic? It's useful to know. Okay, yeah. So it's a single syllable word, like can I get you a drink? Those are all monosyllabic words. Oh my God. 3 monosyllabic words. They've just got 1 syllable in them. Again, when we're maybe putting more of an attitude on something, on those 1 syllable words, like where do you think you are, for example, you can play around with those a little bit more, especially the open vowel ones, like ah. Anastasia demonstrated well there. She kind of went, please. You can play around and drag them out and move the intonation around within the word, even though it's 1 syllable. To highlight your attitude, you might want to drag it out, change the pitch, hit the consonants harder and all of that jazz. Well done. Lovely. Sarcastic on, oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure?
Oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure?
Good. Well done. Make sure you get absolutely sure. Absolutely sure.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yeah, good. Well done. Have you ever been to Manchester? Let's actually ask. We're curious.
Have you ever been to Manchester?
Good. Well done. And finally, sarcasm on really, is that so?
Really? Is that so?
Well done. Any questions, Anastasia?
No, all good, thanks.
Splendid. Great fun. Great fun. Did a wonderful job. Moving on, last but certainly not least, our lovely Vera. Woo! Are you ready, Vera? Have you got any questions to begin with?
No.
You ready to get started? You feeling powerful? You feeling brilliant? You better be, because you are. Ready? First question. Can I get you a drink? Annoyed.
Can I get you a drink?
Excellent. I'm just going to the shops. Do you want anything?
I'm just gonna pop to the shops. Do you want anything?
Good. I think we can go further with this one. Go on, really sarcastic up. Like you really don't care if they want anything.
I'm just gonna pop to the shops. Do you want anything?
Okay, well done. Lovely. Where's your restroom?
Where's your restroom?
Lovely. Perfection. Sarcasm on, can I get a double espresso, please?
Can I get a double espresso, please?
One more time.
Can I get a double espresso, please?
Excellent. Good. I heard the N on can a little bit clearer that time. Yeah. Good. Well done. Really, really well done. Like I said, not going to pick you up on pronunciation too much, but if I hear it and I know you're capable, I will give it to you. Well done. Fabulous. How's your day been?
How's your day been?
Excellent. Really, really good. Can we have a chat?
Can we have a chat?
Excellent. Love how Vera just came in at a little bit higher pitch there. Can we have a chat? almost like cat-like, yeah? Can we have a chat? Really, really good. So again, where you start the intonation can massively impact the rest of the flow of the sentence, okay? So don't be afraid to really go to town with that rise and fall at the start of the sentence as well. We don't always have to start in a middle ground and work our way around. We can start high or low. That was really, really good. Lovely. Did you get my message?
Did you get my message?
Yeah. Oh, say it one more time for me.
Did you get my message?
Yeah. Message. Can I have, rather than message, can I have message? Can you get that tongue a little bit lower for me? Message.
Message.
Better. Okay, good. Thank you. Sorry, I'm giving you a little bit of extra because I want to push you. You're doing brilliant. Can I get a single to Hockley?
Can I get a single to Hockley?
Good. Well done. Where do you think you are?
Where do you think you are?
Lovely. Brilliant. Annoyed. Oh my God, really?
Oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure?
Good. I reckon you could do more, being more annoyed than that, my love. Go on. Really annoyed. Fed up.
Oh my God, really? Are you absolutely sure?
Good. With a bit of pushing. Did you hear how your pitch went lower and your voice became more chest resonant? Oh my God, really? When you're more annoyed. Interesting. Fabulous. Have you ever been to Manchester, newsreader?
Have you ever been to Manchester?
Excellent. Again, it's a question. You went up at the sentence. Very natural to do. Up at the end of the sentence. Very natural. Really? Is that so sarcastic? Really sarcastic. Go on.
Really? Is that so?
Good. Well done. Really? Excellent. Well done, Vera. Any questions, Vera?
Thank you. No.
Well done. Splendid work, everybody. Splendid. So that was just a bit of fun as well. Again, I'm not really trying to get any particular kind of intonation in because I know what you're doing with the other teachers in this course, really. I really want us to keep playing around and having some fun with it. And yeah, I mean, if there's anything glaringly wrong, I will pick you up on it. But at the moment, you're all doing a fabulous job at having some fun with it. So, statements. They're all up there, aren't they? Yes, they are. There we are. I've just found them. What I've done now in the next exercise, we've got 2 sets of cards. So we're going to make it even more specific with our context, where we are, what environment we're in. Okay. As you can see, we've got at work with a colleague you like. That's who you're talking to. We've got you're at work with a colleague you dislike. This one's probably... We've all been there, right? We'll probably use that one on a day-to-day basis. At work with your boss. Okay, do you see how specific I'm being? Maybe you like your boss on some days, maybe on some days you dislike your boss. I don't know. But again, decision needs to be made because you're going to come into this real life situation at some point, I'm sure. The other context we have, you're talking to a naughty child. Very good. You're talking to your best friend. Okay, I'm just giving you a little example of all of them so you can start getting those creative juices flowing. You're speaking to an elderly person on a bus that you've only just met. And again, you're in a bus, you're in a public environment. Might impact how you use your intonation. Your first time meeting a date, oh my God. And you're with a drunk friend who maybe is behaving like a naughty child, I don't know.
But are you drunk as well? Or just your friend?
Exactly, you got to think all this through, make a decision. You might be drunk too, in which case I will allow the pronunciation to go out the window. I'm just calling to organize delivery. Might sound something like that. Very good. A client, you might speak to a client very differently than you would your drunk friend. And also a nice person you just met in public, okay? So those are the orange cards are kind of the context and who you're talking to, okay? So I will be holding up one of these at some point. Boom. Again, I know it's a lot of reading and my writing might not be the easiest to read. And you're also reading that sentence. I'm fully aware how much I'm throwing at you guys, but this is just a bit of fun and you're doing excellently well. The pink cards are more of an emotion, an attitude, okay? So I will demonstrate. If you're speaking at work to a colleague you like, but you are sad, you're going to say it very differently than if you're surprised at a colleague at work, okay? So I'll quickly talk you through these. We've got sadness. I say they're emotions, but they can be attitudes as well. but yeah, I kind of looked up all the emotions, and these were like the main ones, but I don't know if they are. I'm going to call them attitudes. Okay. So we've got sadness. Look, sad face. I've tried to make them pop a little bit. Empathetic, like you genuinely care about the person you're talking to or understand what they're going through. Okay. If anyone's got any questions about any of these as we go, just unmute and ask, by the way. Confused. Again, I don't know if that's an emotion, but it's like a feeling, isn't it? We've got excitement. I've got a lot more of these because I think it's just more fun. Entrancement. Like you're entranced by the person you're talking to. Nadia's like, what the hell? Anger. Angry. We've all been there, surely. In awe. Similar to entrancement, but let's see how we can make them different. And I've drawn a little face. Very good. Relief. Oh, thank God. Give you a little demonstration of each. Amusement, like you're having fun, like the person you're talking to is being amusing, or at least you're amused by the person you're talking to. Surprise, which we've seen already, and awkward. That's quite a common one, actually. I don't know if any of you guys have ever spoken to a British person and something awkward's come up, like, just trying to think. If you've asked someone, I don't know, when I was younger, I might be like, oh, how's your boyfriend doing? But I've not heard the news that they've broken up. Someone might go in that group, awkward. So that's a nice little thing that you might want to toss into your conversations with people. Awkward. Oh no, it's really awkward. And you kind of sing-song it a little bit. There you go. There's a little fun little thing you can whip out in conversation. So we're going to go through mostly neutral to begin with. So we're going to just do all microphones off just as a group. I'm going to keep these quite neutral, and I'm going to say the sentence as I would, neutrally, more like a newsreader actually than we were in the last exercise. So really try and copy and call and respond how I do that. And then we're going to go around individually. And again, we're going to mix up some cards. We might not do all of them. But does that make sense? Fun, huh? Bit of fun. And I will keep these, and I might whip these out in other workshops I do, because it's quite good to just toss something at you and see how you run with it. So let me get my little newsreader neutral up. So I've put neutral, as I did mention. If you've ever watched the news, sometimes they do keep it a little bit more flat than we would in actual conversation, but I do think it's quite, like I said, useful to have an anchor point visually and vocally of someone that you might hear reading the news. So I would actually, after this call, just YouTube a bit of British news of late and see how the newsreader sounds. And it might actually also be useful to go through and find a newsreader that you relate to, or a TV presenter in Britain, like Tess Daly on, is it Tess Daly? Might have got the words mixed up there, the names mixed up, but people that you relate to who have a personality similar to you, I think that might be useful. But yeah, newsreaders, I'll just demonstrate. So we were looking at, I was holding this up for neutral earlier, but sometimes I think newsreaders tend to be a little bit more matter of fact. We're kind of coming down because that's the way we need to keep it going. A lot of what I'm telling you is actually quite negative. Can you hear how I'm keeping my voice relatively steady on one pitch and then dropping more at the end? Do you hear what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yeah. So I want us to kind of just practice that a little bit now, again, just for the exercise's sake, just to see if we can pick up on that and stick with it a little bit more, and therefore learn how to do that, as well as being super colorful when we try all the different things as well later. So we'll just do the first few actually properly like a newsreader. So really try and listen and copy how I say it. So let's just have a go. I'm just calling to organize a delivery. It's like no personality, like a proper wet lettuce, yeah? I've had one hell of a day. I've had a day from hell. If a newsreader actually said that on the news, you'd be like, I don't care, tell me the news. Oh, I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh no, what's happened? Lovely. I absolutely loved that show. We'll do that one again. Super monotonous. I absolutely loved that show. You could argue actually that's a little bit more sarcastic because the language we're using is actually quite colorful. I absolutely love that thing, but actually we're saying it very monotone. Oh yeah, I really loved it. It was amazing. Brilliant. On to the next one. I'll head out now and be back by 6. Good. I'm actually really going quite slow as well. So let's just try that one again and really slow it down again, almost like really hitting each word. I'll start again. That's what I'll do. I'll start again. I'll head out now and be back by 6. Good. I really need a drink. Good. I ate about an hour ago. Good. Can you all hear that? And can you hear and see what we're doing there? I understand it's all kind of one level, wet lettuce, newsreader, trying not to evoke any personality or emotion as we're talking. Again, I think it's useful. These sorts of people we hear every single day on the news. It does shape how we use intonation in real life, especially in work settings and professional settings. I do think the culture around us in how we see and hear other people speak that wear suits and things like that on TV makes a difference in how we speak. So let's just do the rest a little bit more neutral, a little bit more Pippa, just a little bit more Pippa, a little bit more me. And again, try and call and respond for me just to see how we go. So we just ate an hour ago. Let's go back to the house and pick up your coat. Let's go back to the house and pick up your coat. That sounds absolutely amazing. Well done, guys. Don't be too long. I'm starving. Good. I'm always starving. Oh, this one's the opposite. I am so full. That was delicious. Again, on that one, we've got lots of monosyllabic words followed by a delicious, a 3-syllable word, okay? Trip syllabic, maybe? I don't know if that's the word. So again, if we have, this is just a fun fact for you, and we'll talk about this more when we come to more Shakespeare stuff. If we've got these words with 1 syllable in them, and then a word with multiple syllables in them, we might want to pluck out the monosyllabic words more and then stress the 3-syllable word less, or the other way around. So just how I did that just then, just follow and repeat me. I am so full. That was delicious. Can you hear? We might want to go the other way though as well. I'm so full. That was delicious. Both valid, but entirely dependent on how you want to say it in your personality and your voice. Excellent. I completely understand what you're saying, but I disagree. Let's do that one again because I feel like that's a useful one for at work. I completely understand what you're saying, but I disagree. Good. I can't believe that happened. Excellent. Well done, guys. Lovely. So I'm going to have my hands full doing this business. So I think we should go around individually again. We'll maybe not get through all of these just because I want to make sure everyone's got time to have a good little go. I really want you as well now. I'm going to throw an extra challenge out there. I want you to really think about your pronunciation and really put those British hats on, okay? I know you know that's what we're here for, but really think about getting every single consonant and syllable and everything in there perfectly British in your British accent, okay? I know we're still learning, but I really want you to turn that up a notch. I don't want to have to correct anyone on their pronunciation, but I will if I have to, of course. Who wants to go first? We're going to do exactly what we did last time, but a bit more complicated with both the context and the emotion. Go on, who's going to be brave?
May I start?
Sonia, yeah. Great, let me just pin you. Oh, no, didn't manage it. There we go. Lovely. So let's do first time meeting a date. And you are feeling awkward. Can I have the first sentence like that, please?
Oh.
I know, I'm throwing you in the deep end. You're doing a really, really good job.
Yeah,
Go on.
indeed. I'm just calling to organize a delivery.
Well done. Now do it neutral for me.
I'm just calling to organize a delivery.
Excellent. Okay. So I'm just going to pick you up already. What I'm already hearing is that you're when you're neutral, quite rightly so. I think you're slipping into your natural pitch intonation in your actual accent. Where are you from? What's your accent and
Ukraine.
Ukraine. Okay. So I feel like you're going straight into your Ukrainian rhythm. When I say neutral, I want you to come back to British neutral, okay? Which is actually what I think you gave me when I hold these cards up to begin with. So let's try and think British neutral. Try it again.
I'm just calling to organize a delivery.
Better. Okay. Did you hear what you did differently?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. So again, note for everyone, when I say neutral, I want your British neutral, not your natural language neutral rhythm and everything. Okay, so that was really, really good. So let's just put the situation in first of all. Let's scrap the emotion for now. I'm just calling to organize a delivery. This is a date you like. You're having a good time on this date.
I'm just calling to organize a delivery.
Extra perky. Love it. Well done. Let's move on to the next one. Let's just keep with the situations for now. At work with your boss, I've had one hell of a day. Oh God, how would you say that?
I've had one. No, I don't know. I've had one house day.
This is an understanding boss, and they're like, "Look, how's the day been? I know it's been a bit of a crap one for everyone. How's it been for you?"
I cannot pronounce. I had one how of the day.
Yeah, well done. I've had
I've had one how of the day of the
yeah.
day.
Well done. Again, this is a monosyllabic sentence. So it's interesting, actually, Tonya. You're struggling to get the whole sentence out in like one smooth hit. Break it down. This is, you have permit. If you've had one hell of a day, you can intonate it like that and articulate it and rhythmically structure it that way. So I'm going to ask you to break it down even slower. I've had one hell of a day.
I've had one hell of a day.
Excellent. Of a day as well. So we did kind of skip ahead then, but don't feel that, general note for everyone, don't feel like you need to, the intonation needs to bob along all the time. Break it up if you're struggling to do it, because it will actually add to how you're explaining it. I actually feel like you've had more of a hell of a day. You actually sound a bit more relieved when you go, I've had one hell of a day. That sounds a bit more relieved to me than I've had one mammoth, horrible, awful day. Yeah, so there's power in breaking it up. Okay, really, really good. Let's do a couple more with you. Let me find some other ones. You're at work with a colleague you like, and you've had a day from hell.
I've had a day from hell.
Excellent. Much more playful, animated. You're with someone you trust. Excellent. You're with a client, maybe trying to impress them. I absolutely loved that show. Let's go on to the next sentence.
I absolutely loved that show.
Good. Was it you last time? I said absolutely, not absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I absolutely love that show.
Yeah, good. And what did you love the show or hate the show?
Laughed.
Great. So let's really make sure we get the love through on the loved that show. Don't skim over that. Yeah. Try one more time.
I absolutely loved that show.
Okay, better. Make sure it's absolutely still. And
absolutely.
Loved it, the D in loved. Good. I'm gonna give you some other ones now. So talking to a naughty child. This might come in handy for later on. A few years' time, I'm afraid, Tonya. And you're angry. Okay, let's do the next one. I'll head out now and be back by 6.
I'll head out now and I'll be back by 6.
Excellent. And you added in that, and I'll be back. Fabulous. Good, good, good. Now you really need a drink and you're with your boss at work.
I really need a drink.
Excellent. Well done. Good, good, good. Next one. When did you last eat? I ate about an hour ago, that one.
I ate about an hour ago.
Good. Can you make it more awkward and like you're a bit puzzled why your friend at work is asking you?
I ate about an hour ago.
Good, well done. Lovely. Round of applause. I'm going to cut you short there and we'll carry on from that point onwards. Have you got any questions, Tonya? Nope, she's muted.
No questions.
She's out of here. Lovely. Well done, Tonya. Really, really, really good. Again, I'm fully aware, guys, I'm not giving you anything set in stone in intonation, okay? This is still about you having some fun and loosening everything off and thinking how creative you can be with your intonation. Good. I would like Miriam to go next, please. Let me just sort out my cards because I think there's some that I think are going to be a little bit better to use. We're going to go from where oh my God, where Tonya left off, which was, let's go back to the house and pick up your coat, okay? Let me just quickly pin you so I can see you clearer. And I'm fully aware I'm giving people articulation and pronunciation tips as well. I'm going to do it because I feel like I don't want to miss those things. Excellent. Are you ready? Are you ready, Miriam?
Yep.
I feel like this
Yes,
is like a game
I'm
show.
ready.
I feel like you are the weakest link. Let's go. But you're not the weakest link. You're strong links. You guys have shown up on your Sunday. Let me get some of these ready because I feel like I've confused myself in what I've actually got. And I'm putting ones up that maybe are a little bit tricksy to begin with. Okay, good. You are confused and you are talking to your boss at work. Let's go back to the house and pick up your coat.
So I start from this one, yeah?
Yes, please.
So I'm confused. Okay. Let's go back to the house and pick up your coat.
Amazing. Can we have a minute? That was fantastic. Really, really well done. And actually, subtly, I feel like you gave me a lower status there as well. And you're with your boss at work. They're typically a higher status than you, aren't they? There, I felt like you were like, I'm trying to take the lead, but I don't know what to do because you're my boss and this is a bit weird. Fabulous. It was confused. It was also awkward, which is wonderful. Lovely. You're speaking to a nice person you just met. And let's say that sounds absolutely amazing. I'll just give you that for now.
That sounds absolutely amazing.
Good. Well done. It's the thing when you've just met somebody, isn't it? You want to kind of act interested, but are you interested? I don't know. Some people overshare, all that sort of stuff. Fabulous. That was really, really good. Don't be long. I'm starving. Amusement, like you're speaking to your best friend.
Amusement.
Don't be too long. I'm starving.
Don't be too long. I'm starving.
Excellent, Miriam. You've got a really good grip on this. This is fabulous. Very much more sing-song, much more playful. Excellent. Lovely, jubbly. What else have we got? I'm so full. That was delicious. You're speaking to a drunk friend, and hey, maybe you're drunk as well.
Okay. I'm so full. That was delicious.
Amazing. Can we add an element of surprise in there as well now?
I'm so full, but that was delicious.
Good, well done. Like you're surprised at how delicious and full it was. Amazing. Well done, well done, well done. I completely understand what you're saying, but I disagree. You're speaking to a client at work.
Completely understand what you're saying. I completely understand what you're saying, but I disagree.
Very good. Very nice directness, I would say there. Fabulous. And then the final one, you're speaking to a colleague at work that you don't really like, and actually you're having a bad day. I can't believe that happened.
Okay. A colleague that I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm sad. I can't believe that happened.
Well done. I believe that you didn't actually care. Now let's change that to you're excited and you're speaking to a person at work that you do like. How would that vary?
Next sentence.
There's the same sentence. I can't believe that happened.
I can't believe that happened.
Well done. Lovely. Fantastic, Miriam. Already in the space of this session, I feel like you're being a bit more confident with your choices. And actually, I think you've got like that instant connection where you can put yourself, I feel like you maybe are quite an empathetic person, are you? Would you say empathetic?
Yeah. Yeah,
Right? Okay, I can see
yeah,
that.
I
So
think so.
yeah, so trust that. And even when you're doing the exercises, just a note for everybody, guys, listen up. Even when you're doing these exercises in a textbook and it's saying something like around the rock, the ragged rascal rang, or you're doing like tongue twisters or talking about Chinese finger puzzles, right? Try and think, play around with the attitude behind it. You might have a really bad memory about these Chinese finger puzzles that you used to do as a kid. That thinking of that Chinese burns when I was younger, my brother used to give me Chinese burns all the time, right? So you might have more of an attitude or memorial connection, a memory, a memorative. I don't know, a connection to what you're saying a little bit more is going to impact the intonation. Okay. So keep playing around with it. Maybe make yourself some little cards and play around with it. Wonderful, Miriam. That was lovely stuff. Let me remove you. Vera. Hey, girl. Your turn. We're going to go from the top again. Are you feeling ready? Have you got any questions?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Excellent. You're talking to a naughty child.
Oh, just that.
I'm going to toss that in as well. You're excited about the delivery, but you're talking to a naughty child. Complex stuff.
I'm just going to organize the delivery.
Can we imagine the naughty child is like just really like grabbing your leg and really winding you up, and you're on the phone and you're trying to speak to this person, but this is distracting you. Try again, just for fun.
I'm just going to organize the delivery.
So subtle, but there was just a little bit more like, you know, your physicality was slightly different. You were just a little bit more like on edge. Fantastic. Really, really good. Love it. You've had one hell of a day and you're with a work colleague that you like, and actually you're really angry. Just because I don't think Vera ever gets angry. Let's really push her.
I had one hell of a day.
Yeah, good. Break it up a little bit more for me again, just for fun. I've had one hell of a day.
I've had one hell of a day.
Yeah, good. Make sure it's hell and not hull. Hell.
I've had one hell of a day.
Better. Well done, darling. Fabulous work. You're speaking to a drunk friend. That's all I'll give you.
I've had a day from hell.
Well done. In fact, they're a little bit, you're drunk as well.
I've had a day from hell.
Well done. Fabulous work. I absolutely loved that show. Someone's just started talking to you in public about a show.
I absolutely love that show.
Oh, beautiful. Let's do this now. You can't believe they've seen that show as well. What?
I absolutely love that show.
Good. A little bit more of an intonation on that. Absolutely loved that show. Again, similar to what I did with Miriam, actually. You loved it. You didn't hate it. In fact, no, let's change it to hate. And they hated the show as well. You can't believe you finally found someone who also hated that show you'd seen.
You say just I absolutely hated that show. I absolutely hated that show.
Good. Well done, darling. I'm really putting you through your paces, giving you the complex ones, but you're doing a fabulous job. Moving on, I'll head out now and be back by 6. You're speaking to your boss.
I'll head out now and be back by 6.
Excellent. Very nice and to the point, exactly how you would be with your boss. Let's say to an elderly person on the bus that you really need a drink.
I really need a drink.
I really need a drink. Brilliant. That's such a British thing. I really need to do this. I really need that thing. Brilliant. Really, really, really good. And let's just do one more with you. Talking to in fact, let's make it a nice child who's like, when did you last eat?
Oh, okay. I ate about an hour ago.
Yeah, good. I ate. Remember, it's ate.
I ate about an hour ago.
Good. Can we make it a little bit more playful for the little child? Oh, well, I ate about an hour ago, like you're a child's TV presenter.
I ate about an hour ago.
Well done. Excellent work, Vera. Have you got any questions?
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, people.
Good. Run with it, Vera. You've got it all there. It's fabulous. Lovely, lovely stuff. Nadia, my dear, hello once more. Once more into the breach, dear friends. Let's have a go. So we're going to carry on where we picked up. We're going to go back to the house and pick up your coat. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Relieved? And you're talking to a naughty child. Thought you might have experience with this one.
Oh, let's go back to the house and pick up your coat.
Excellent. Well done. Fabulous. A nice person you just met on the next sentence, please.
That sounds absolutely amazing.
Good. And now let's try the same one, but you're with your best friend.
That sounds absolutely amazing.
Ah, cute. Okay, subtle difference. Brilliant. And not how I expected it to go. But again, that's how intonation is sometimes, guys. Sometimes it comes out different to how one might expect. And that's fabulous. What else have we got? Don't be too long. I'm starving. Saying this to a colleague at work that you dislike.
Oh. Don't be too long. I'm starving.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Loved it. Next one. Oh my God, I got all these cards. Okay, you're on a first date. And you're in awe with them a little bit.
I'm so full. That was delicious.
That was delicious. She went as far as to sing it. Did that sound fake at all, guys? No, sounds genuine. We do this sort of thing all the time. That was delicious. When we're with someone, but we're a bit like apprehensive, you might sing because it's awkward sometimes. Brilliant. Really, really good again, Nadia. Moving on. What else have we got? I completely understand what you're saying, but I disagree. Oh, okay. Maybe you're on the bus with an elderly person who's just talking about politics or saying something absolutely stupid. How would you say this?
I completely understand what you're saying, but I disagree.
Excellent. Well done. And what about if you were saying the same sentence on a first date and you were actually excited about the fact you disagree with someone?
I completely understand what you're saying, but I disagree.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Disagree. Did you hear that intonation at the end, guys? Disagree. There was a little bit more of a push there. Something else going on. Fabulous. Final one for you. A client just crashed their car on the way to the meeting.
I can't believe that happened.
Great. Well done. Any questions, Nadia?
No, thank you.
Really, really good. Again, I can see like all of you have got it all there, like that connection's there. Try not to doubt yourself and just run with it. Nadia, that was fabulous. Really, really good. Very playful as well. And just a note to pick up from Nadia, like how playful she was being. It suits her personality, like down to a T. I'm going to stretch you to go further into a personality that might sound or feel a little bit much for you. That's fine. But again, in different contexts and circumstances, you might need to go there. You might want to go there. So just keep stretching yourself and doing what you're doing, guys. It's all fabulous. Really, really good. Anastasia.
Good.
Hello. Yep. We'll go from the top again. So you're just calling to organize a delivery and you're speaking to your best friend and you're excited.
I'm just calling to organize a delivery.
Lovely. Calling to organize a delivery. Hang on a second. It's calling. What are you calling to do?
Organize a delivery.
Okay, good. Pull back on the calling for me a little bit. That's irrelevant. The object of your task is to what?
I'm just calling to organize a delivery.
Yeah, good. Okay, better. Lovely. Just wanted to see if you could do that and pick it up, which you did. Fabulous. Well done. And maybe can we do the same one again, but you're actually really sad and you're speaking to a drunk friend.
I'm just calling to organize a delivery.
Yeah, excellent. Well done, darling. Next one, you've had one hell of a day, but you're speaking to a client. So how might you say it then?
I've had one hell of a day.
Excellent. Well done. Verging on empathetic as well. Try it again, like they've also had one hell of a day and they're speaking to you and it's a bit out of the blue.
I've had one hell of a day.
Well done. Fabulous. Did you all hear that intonation as well? I've had one hell of a day. Nice little step down. Again, very natural. We do that in our British accents all the time. You're speaking to an elderly person on the bus and you've had a day from hell.
And which emotion? Oh, okay. I've had one hell of a day.
Excellent. And you've had a day from hell. Say that one for me.
From hell. Yeah. I've had a day from hell.
Good. Well done. And how might you, well, actually, no, that was brilliant as well. You're speaking to someone you don't really know, but you're kind of surprised. I actually got all of that. That was fabulous. Well done, my dear. First time meeting on a date. And yeah, you're amused by this person. You're having a nice time.
And the same phrase?
Next one. I absolutely love that show.
I absolutely love that show.
Brilliant. Again, good stress and intonation. I absolutely love that show. Do you hear what I was saying earlier about the whole delicious one? I am so full. That was delicious. You kind of did it brilliant. Well, I absolutely loved that show. Brilliant. Fabulous. I'll head out now and be back by 6. Oh, okay. You're speaking to an elderly person on the bus again, and they are confused. So how might you say this?
I'll head out now and be back by 6.
Okay, good. Well done. Well done. Fabulous, my dear. What else have we got now? I really need a drink. You're excited and you're with your best friend.
I really need a drink.
Yeah, as
But maybe
opposed to
drink, I said just with much.
do it again.
Yeah. I really need a drink.
Good, better. Yeah. We never, unless we are kind of being a bit sassy and we're like, let's party. Like we will never use a tap dar in the British accent.
Yeah.
I am sure of it. And let's just finish on. I ate about an hour ago. So you're our first time meeting a day and you're a little bit more angry actually. You've had a shit day.
I ate about an hour ago.
So why do I want to eat now, you stupid date person? Well done, lovely. I think I dropped one. Oh, I dropped sadness on the floor. Sadness was on the floor where it belongs. Well done, really, really good. Has everyone been? I believe they have. Splendid. Guys, well done. That was fabulous. We'll pause it there. I highly recommend that you maybe do some sort of stuff like this in your own time. I'll take a picture of all of these and put them in the group so you can just like play around with them yourself or print them off and cut them off if you want to. But has anyone got any questions about that exercise or anything that you heard that you doubted or that you just want a bit more information on? Don't have to have, just giving you an opportunity to speak up if you do. Anybody? Excellent.
So it's my interest. So this task you do during your acting classes, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like improv / just thinking of something and running with it and just taking an idea and not doubting yourself. This sort of thing is useful just to build confidence in trusting your instincts, but also like when I'm doing a piece of text, there's something we do called actioning, where you might break up a script or like, for example, all these statements that we've just worked on, and I'll give it an action where I say, I tease you, I do something to you, I anger you, and I'll give myself a different kind of way to do it to see what that brings out in the language. So I'll be like, okay, I'll try it like I'm trying to make that person feel awkward. I'll do it like I'm surprised actually, and I'm trying to well, I'm not trying to do anything, I'm just surprised. So I'll say that line like this. That is something, these sorts of ones I use especially when I'm working on a script, but also what's really helpful when you're working on a script or a scene is thinking, who are you talking to? I mentioned status earlier, but there was one, I can't remember who did it now, but I was like, yeah, I really got like a subtle hint that you were a lower state. It was Miriam when she was talking to her boss at work, but she was confused about the fact she had to go to the house and pick up their coat. You know, status makes a really big difference in how you say something to someone, and that's why I did all of these. And depending on the context even further, you know, the status might be higher or lower. You might always actually have felt really on level with your boss at work. Therefore, your attitude might be slightly different. But for the majority of people, their boss is an intimidating figure who they feel they need to impress quite consistently, right? So yeah, this is kind of stuff that goes through my mind when I'm building a character and working on a scene or a play or show, whatever, and need to decide how my character might react, if they're a higher status, lower status, what mood they're in, what have they just done that day to impact how they behave now. And I do encourage you to do that. Does that make sense? Does that answer your question, Anastasia?
Yeah, I just was interested. And also, for example, if you have auditions for any role, so during auditions, can they give you this task to just check how quickly you can switch personalities?
It always happens. It always, that's the whole point of an audition, really. The director will go, okay, well, I was picturing her. I had it once in an audition. The guy was like, I was picturing her like this. Like, it was like the polar opposite to how I developed the character in preparation. And I was like, okay, well, you're going for the misogynistic point of view, but I did it anyway. And like, you know, you know, you have to adapt and change quickly, as we do in real life, right? And I think just tying this back into your British accent work and studying intonation, that's where people that aren't British fall short in day-to-day conversation, is because obviously you're thinking about speaking in a different language anyway, but on top of getting the words right and your accent down, you're thinking about all this other complicated stuff. It will come more and more in time. It just requires a little bit more practice, and also listening to how the other person has said something to you will dramatically impact how you respond back. And I think I'm actually going to do that next session with you guys, is do a little bit more, not call and response, but almost like exchanges, conversational exchanges, and well, yeah, exchanges, I guess. I feel like there's another word I'm trying to find. Just conversations, and how you might repeat or emulate someone in order to build more rapport and all of that jazz. Does that make sense? Would that be useful for you guys as well, perhaps doing a bit more? Great. Okay. In the meantime, what I would say is, if there's any phrases that you're noticing, just like what Vera and Tonya did when I said, oh, if you've got any questions, we'll come to your question in a minute, Vera. You know, don't be afraid to ask any questions like that, because what I can do is make sure the next time I see you, some of the conversations that we have include some of the things that you're not sure on, so that we can work on it in session. Does that make sense? Good. I know. And also, I always say, does that make sense? But I do need to check, because sometimes what I say doesn't make sense, and I want to make sure you understand. So just coming back to Vera's question as well. It's a really good question, Vera. So for those of you who didn't see it in the chat, she said, in a good for you phrase, is it nowadays almost always implied to be used with a sarcastic meaning, regardless of the vocal tone? So has everyone heard that phrase, good for you? Yeah. Excuse me. It's an interesting one, because I actually was thinking about this fairly recently, because I rarely used it, but I actually always thought it was a little bit kind of patronizing. Do you know what I mean by patronizing? Everyone? Yeah. Okay, fabulous. I never, you know, if you say good for you to someone, for me it feels a bit like, oh well, oh, good for you, yeah, well, you tried, so good for you. I've always personally felt a bit like that, but I don't think it is, when people say it, I don't think they always mean it like that. They mean it to be a nice thing, but they usually say it in a way that I think the receiver feels it's condescending. Coming back to my acting, right, people often say things like, oh, you're working, oh, good for you, you know, like, oh, they're surprised. And I'm like, they don't understand how it works. They feel like I'm lucky, like it's a profession, like it's my job, like it's a full-time thing that I do. It's interesting, right? So personally, if I was going to use the phrase good for you, Vera, I would, and I think I have used it recently with my mum and my brother. So I would always add something else to it. Like, for example, if my brother tells me something good that's happened at work for him, I might be like, oh, good for you, bro. I'm really happy for you. Like I'd add some extra embellishment there. So it's not as mindless and as potentially cold and received as sarcastic as a, oh, good for you. So there's different ways around it. You know, if I said, oh, good for you, that would get my back up. I'll be like, shut up, go away. And I would never do it like that unless I was being sarcastic. But if I was saying it to someone I genuinely cared about and I was trying to think of what to say, I would say, good for you. I'm really happy for you. Like, and I'd mean it. Can you hear the difference in how I deliver that? Yeah. But it's a really good question, because I remember thinking about that phrase recently and I was like, why does it rub me up the wrong way when people use it? But it's normally that context I just told you about with me when I'm receiving it and I don't like it, because it's just like, you don't understand what my job is. Anyway, so yeah, good for you. Good for you, bro. I'm really happy for you. You can hear the difference in how I'm doing it. Good for you. Condescending, going down. Isn't that sweet? Aren't you cute? Oh. Very good. We've still got 10 minutes, guys. So is there anything else anyone's got any questions about on intonation? Maybe they've learned something from another teacher, but they're still not getting their head around it. Or do you want to practice? Has anyone got any statements or questions they just want to practice in a bit more of a natural inflection? Just let me know. And we can quickly maybe do a little bit more of a round robin, do a few more statements and questions. What do you fancy doing?
I just had a thought when we trained all these sentences that, so anyway, it's both what you say and how you say. So because some of the sentences we had and we emphasized like absolutely. But for example, if I should say it in a sad manner or like extremely controversial emotion, but we still have these words which have meaning. So
yeah,
well, that just means that it will be just difficult. But yeah, when you do it naturally, when you speak, when you
yes,
show your real emotions, then it should be easier to adjust everything, right?
100%. And that's, yeah. So if you're feeling sad and crappy that day, but you're talking to your friend who loved that show as well, and you're like, oh wow, you loved it, you might be like, yeah, I love that show as well. Sorry, I'm really not feeling very well. Like, you might say it more like that rather than I absolutely loved that show. So yeah, I think again, that's part of the exercise, is trying to get you to shoehorn it in as best you can and get creative with it, even though you'd never say it like that. Like, you would never say Humpty Dumpty unless you're singing to your kids. You're not going to say that in natural conversation, are you? So you're not going to sing a nursery rhyme to somebody. So again, it's just about playing and being creative. And yeah, over time you'll find the right words to match your feeling, and therefore the right intonation to match those words to how you're feeling and who you're talking to. So yeah, it's a good observation, Anastasia. And it's part of the challenge for sure. Does that
Yeah, absolutely.
ring
Yeah.
true? Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, really well done. Good stuff. Nadia's raised her hand. Hey, girl. Oh, Antonia. Nadia, go first.
Yeah, hi. Hello. Just have
Good.
a question about like this particular area I'm struggling with. When I need to deliver, like when it's not a conversation, but I need to deliver speech, like sort of I don't know, exhibition tour or any sort of a long monologue that lasts for a few minutes.
Yeah.
How do you make it engaging in a way, not like, okay, ask me questions, but how you keep the attention of the listeners in the way that they interested in what you're saying and they're following you? How is there any tips how to make a monologue, or talk or anything interesting? Yeah, in terms of the tones and any other tips, really.
Yeah, good idea. Good question. I think for me, one thing I would add, is it like, how many people normally are you talking to?
Oh, not that many, maybe 6.
Okay, are they in a room and you're just
in a room? Yeah.
I think physicality is one thing that I think is important, and I think you've got a natural tendency to use your personality and physicality really well. I think the more you can put your own personality into it, the better. And try not to think of it as a monologue. So this is how I coach it with my actors. Like, if you've got to do a long presentation, this will be useful for all of you. Try and find the story within it and the moments where people can anchor their own connections to it. For example, if you're like, oh, when I traveled to Istanbul, I thought to myself, what am I doing here? I feel like I'm really lost and confused. Like by using that sort of like self-reflective, oh, I thought to myself this, people might go, oh yeah, I relate to that. I thought that about myself before, or I've thought of that. I've been in that situation before. I think that's quite a useful thing to do, like kind of taking yourself out of it, like it's a story, like you're almost in the film, like, oh wow, here's a cutaway shot to me thinking, but actually also kind of going there in your own, when you're doing it, you're not, and again, that's an intonation thing too, as well as a physical thing. So rather than going, I went to Istanbul and I thought to myself, why am I even here? You know, that's a way to do it, but you might go, I went to Istanbul and I thought to myself, why am I here? Have you ever felt like that? And asking questions that are yes, no questions throughout the speech might actually also help boost that engagement. So although you don't want them to talk and answer back and start talking about their story because you're doing a monologue or a presentation, asking those closed questions and clearly showing that you don't want them to carry on and you're in the middle of your thing, you know, can you relate to that? Right? Yeah, of course, we all can. Just like I did then, adding those sorts of moments in, I think, can be really, really helpful. And so from an intonation perspective, bringing it back to that, you could hear how things were different when I'm talking about something quite useful, but then I'm going into my own voice. I'm getting a bit more animated and I'm kind of taking myself back to how I felt. I was puzzled and like a bit out there. Like you've all felt like that, right? Can you see? I mean, I'm kind of demonstrating, but it's just for effect. I think those sorts of things, and for your personality and what I know of you thus far, like I think that sort of thing would lend itself quite naturally to you. And I think people would warm to that to you. Does that make sense? Does that help?
Absolutely, very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, I do that sort of thing. And don't be afraid as well. I think with monologues, again, general presentations, we often think we need to just rattle through it. And again, with our British accents, right, we think we need to speed up and get going because that's how I'm talking right now. We talk quite fast. Add pauses. Give the people that are listening to you a moment to breathe. Sometimes I forget this when I'm doing plays or whatever. The audience, whoever they are, whether it's in work or in the theatre or on camera, on screen, depending on what your objective is, need a moment to digest the information that you're giving them. So just give them a chance to do that. That's another thing I would say. Does that help as well? Yeah, excellent. Fabulous. Lovely, Nadia. Great question. Tonya, you had your hand up as well.
Yeah, just I don't know. So we are studying with Lilo and other coaches that we need to stress like exact words and nucleus and like, for example, the last word in the sentence and today we did whenever we wanted. So any of them. And you mentioned that it can be true for us. So my question is, should we, I think we should study how we should to do, but if we will be speaking in our way, it will be not British. So it will be like ours, I don't know, Ukrainian English, but not British. Yeah, so it's
confusing. It's
sorry, my kids started
really
crying, but I'm here if you,
Okay, I'll talk and then you can always listen back on the recording anyway. So to answer that question, look, I often say this in my sessions, as the others will know, Anastasia obviously is new to this with me, but like I will often kind of give you something that is a bit more conflicting and a little bit more creatively, emotionally driven, as opposed to what the other teachers will often be doing, which is giving you the textbook and a diagram of like how you should go up and down or whatever in the pit. I made these for today as well, guys, but we didn't use them, but that's okay. But like I just got really creative. You know, I'm always going to try and push you to find the balance between the logical, methodical, school book, textbook learning and the instinctive physical connection and your way of doing it. The thing is, like you said, you're Ukrainian. Some of you are from wherever you're from, you've all, you know, multiple languages and things. Like it's really difficult for you guys because you've got all these different cultures and voices and intonations in your head. Like I said to you earlier, Tonya, it's about finding your British neutral as opposed to your Ukrainian speaking English neutral. I want you to do you've got your Ukrainian speaking English neutral, which tends to bounce along the Ukrainian way of speaking in your Ukrainian language. but it's now about adding in that extra layer of your neutral inner British accent that matches your personality, not your Ukrainian background with language, and understanding how you communicate with that accent, with that language. So yeah, whenever you come into my sessions, I want you to think, okay, you're putting on your personality hat, but also your British accent hat. It's not about going back to your natural Ukrainian accent. If that makes sense. Do you see what I'm saying? Which is harder to do. It's harder. If I say I'll go back to natural and your way of doing it, of course you're going to bob on in your normal kind of accent, but I want you to switch on like a little robot and go, no, British neutral. And use all of the stuff that James and Lilo and I forget the other teachers' names are giving you as well. So it's coming back to the neutral that they've taught you and all those patterns that they've taught you methodically in the textbook and in the shadowing and everything. And imploring that and using that with an element of creativity and freedom to find the flexibility within that structure. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. So yeah, every time when we have lessons with James and Lila, we are putting this hat. But when we go outside or when I have a call with my colleague, I will be speaking absolutely with Ukrainian, no British accent, because like I was doing this for years, and my colleague knows how I speak. And if I don't know, I will start speaking like, oh, let's, with a really British accent, it will be really strange for me. So,
totally.
and it's, I think it's something inside that keeps me from doing this.
Yeah. Do you know what? What I would say, I would find a select few people that you know and trust and love. In fact, this is probably a really good thing for all of you to do. Like, I don't know why I've only just thought of this, but it's because you've just asked this brilliant question, Tonya. Ask a couple of friends or some colleagues at work that you do trust and feel like you can talk to and say, look, today or for the afternoon, if I speak to you, I might sound a bit weird. That is because I'm doing this course where I am learning how to sound with a British accent. Do you mind if you're my lovely, beautiful colleague guinea pig? And would you let me struggle and fumble and have a bit of fun with it when I speak to you on, maybe not on a work call, it might be a bit difficult because you're working, you need to get on with it, I get that. But, maybe organize a 20-minute Zoom with them and just say, can we just have some work conversations? 10 minutes Zoom with them, or like even family and friends are probably going to be a bit more likely to do this unless you're really close with people at work that you work with. And just say, I want you to speak how you normally speak, but I'm going to respond in my developmental British accent. And just practice doing that. And again, even if at work you are able to do it and you have got a colleague, you might just say, oh, this week I might sound a little bit weird, but it's because I'm doing this thing and I need to practice it in context. And also, like I said, next week or when I see you next, I want to do like more conversations with you. So obviously you'll be speaking to me, who's a native, but a native British. I always want to say a native British accent, but I am, but British person. I am not my accent. I think that will be helpful because you can say things. And if you put in the group chat things you're struggling to say that you're noticing that you always say wrong or you struggle to get the accent down, I'll put that into the sentences that I make for the next session that we have. Yeah. So that goes for all of you. Like, just if there's any words like controversial, you always struggle to say that in your British accent, I'll put that in a sentence for you to practice next week or whenever I see you next. Yeah. Does that make sense? Does that help? Any final thoughts on that, Tonya? No? Excellent. Good work. Good work. Good questions. Hi, Nadia, again. What's up?
Can I just quickly say for Tonya that just to share what really helped me, because I completely understand what she's talking about. When I need to go somewhere where I need to speak in British language, obviously, and try to make sound more British, I find whatever like podcast I like and which is kind of speaks to me, and I just parroting everything I hear. And by the way I get there, I automatically turn on to that more British way of speaking, just because it helped me, and I still use this I practice it a lot, and I think it's just try it may help you too.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And similar to me in my line of work, if I have to do an accent in an audition or something or on scene, I'll normally have an anchor phrase. Like even then I was just doing a Liverpudlian accent. I was like, oh, back to work. Like there's a little thing, there might be a word or a sentence or something that can help anchor you in and get you in that headspace. So maybe try and find something. Maybe it's one of the statements we worked on today. Let's go back to the house and pick up your coat. Maybe that's like your phrase. Every time you say that, you get in that British headspace and can find it. That might not be the phrase, but yeah, perhaps finding an anchor phrase or tongue twister or something that will help you find that you can nail, that you feel very confident in smashing in your British accent. That will help you 100% as well. Really good suggestion. Also, yeah, I've heard podcasts in different languages just really helps people learn more about the language. So yeah, podcasts for sure. And they're audible as well, so they get really in your head. Brilliant, guys. Let's wrap it up there. Well done for all of your lovely questions as well. I look forward to seeing you next time. Please, in the group, send me any questions you have and any words or sentences that you want to be able to say, like mwah, with your intonation and everything. And I will shoehorn them into the exercises that we do in the next session, okay? And tailor it more to what you guys need, because I know it's mostly for work and things like that you guys need this stuff. So brilliant, well done. So good to see you. I'm glad to be back. You're welcome. Good to see you. Have a lovely rest of your weekend, and well done.
Thank you so much.
I'm really proud of you. Well done. You're welcome, guys.
Thank you, people. Bye.